Hello, my name is Brainybren and I'm back again for another base building Rust, and today I have a mega clan base with a suicide bunker. This is strong as fuck. So basically how this come about is this wall stacking is back shit. It's just a stolen idea. I was doing this 6 months ago. Check my profile, I'll link it down below. So hashtag stolen idea there. I didn't really use it much in my later builds because people didn't really get it, and I decided just to keep it for myself and use it when I'm playing vanilla servers and that, and it's quite OP. So basically what it is you are getting a roof in a square which adds an extra wall. It's not wall stacking, so it's just an added layer of defense, and it's worth doing, but it is very costly. Okay, so this mega clan base, I would recommend it for modded servers only, unless you're a Serg, because the build cost is 100k stone and 60k metal, with a daily upkeep of 32k stone and 19k metal. That's why I recommend modded servers only. So now that's all said and explained, let's just go and have a look. This was suggested by Fish, a little SAM site on top with these all around it. That way nobody can shoot it out, but if someone's trying to hot air balloon onto your base, that will deal with them. So now let's just drop down to the front door. Another thing you need to know about this base is, well, it's 6 walls to TC basically. That's if they know where your hidden TC is. So that's what you've got to bear in mind. Your TC is hidden and undetectable. So what that adds up to is 20 C4 or 40 rockets, but they ain't gonna get that because I've not seen anybody on a vanilla server using this technique other than some shit I seen the other week that nearly made me feel sick on YouTube. So now that's said and explained, let's just drop straight down to the front door. And there are 4 entrances and exits for this. As you're a clan, you may need them. So now this brings us into a router ring, and this is where the magic happens. Luckily I found the right door first time. There are 120 boxes in here. Large boxes, not small boxes. There's a load of small boxes around as well. So nobody is going to get all your loot unless they are fucking ESP to fuck. So the magic really happens here. See this box? We are going to no click through. At the end of the night, you come down here, you and your mates, bring all your resources, everything you don't want to lose, your C4, your sulfur, your gunpowder, you bring it down here, you place it in this box, then a couple of you F1 kill and spawn in down here in your bunker, and you proceed to move all the stuff down to these boxes, but I recommend leaving some upstairs so if you do get raided they think they've got your stuff. So what I do here also is I put a garage door there just in case someone did discover this, then they can't shoot out your TC. As you can see, we've got a couple of sneaky drop boxes here for storing loot, got a sneaky one at the back, and then we've got these wooden boxes on top. So now if we no click through, you can see what's going on here. We have this roof like so, and that basically just adds the extra wall in and secures you from above. So even if someone comes down, they're hitting that and they've still got to come in this way. It is mega OP, but it is mega costly and it is situational. You can't use this on every base, and you just can't slap it around every base you build. It's too difficult. It's got to be staged and it's got to be thought out. With that being said, this base you can't build it in stages, especially this first bunker bit. You're going to need some guy covering your ass for a good 10-15 minutes whilst you slap this down. So now that's said and explained, this whole outer ring is pretty much identical. It's just all covered with boxes, so you've just mega storage space everywhere. So let's just hit this ladder hatch and head up to the first floor. Garage doors everywhere. I've left them all open just for ease of access, and it'd take me ages to do this base tour. We've got these little loot rooms, optional. If you don't want to put loot rooms here, you can have respawn points, you can have furnaces, you can have research tables, whatever you want. These are all optional. So let's just do a quick little run round. And as you can see, there's one on each corner. And then let's head back into the core. And this is where a few of your unlootables. When I say a few, there's quite a lot of unlootables on here, and they're all very spread out. So you've got a few little furnaces here, but as I said, you can have them on the outside, and this base is very optional. You decorate it the way you want. So now we head up, and you will find another loot room, unlootable should I say, exactly like the floor below, just staggered out in a different direction. So now we open this up and head out to our outer ring. You will find another unlootable and another optional loot room, respawn point, furnace point, whatever you want or need. So that's a nice little turret point if you want to do it. and this is identical on all 4 sides, as you can see. So now let's head up to your shooty floor. Shooty floor, lockers, bags, that's what you want on this floor for if you die. Respawn here, grab a gear set, get back out, continue the fight. We've got windows all the way around you. We have 360-degree line of sight on this base, and then we have these little slits. Add a garage door behind these, that defends you from anybody shooting rockets in from the outside, and you'd have to be godlike to get a rocket through that slit. So now if we head back into your core, you will find your ladder hatch over here, and this basically takes us up to our top floor balcony access. What I mean by balcony access is there is roof access and there's balcony access. I'll show you like so. So you open these doors up, and down here you've got garage doors, just so it's not AIDS, but this also defends it from being an easy roof raid. And then this leads you to your outer balcony. You've got to run around all the way around. You can check for door campers, people hugging your wall, or you can even put barricades all the way around, whatever suits your style of play. So now let's head back in. And now we are going up to the final floor, which is just a bit of a meme really, just so you can get roof access, that's all it is. I'd recommend sticking an armoured door on here just to make it a bit harder to raid. And then we head out onto your roof access. And that's pretty much the base tour set and explain. Let's get right into the build. First thing you've got to know about this is there's no way to stage it. There's no easy way to do this. It's an all-in-one deal, and you've got to follow these instructions down to the letter. Okay, so now that's explained, let's get into this. You need to place a 3x3 of low square foundations. And you want to upgrade these foundations to metal. Then you want to add high triangles all the way around. And then decide which way you want your front door to be and delete the centre triangle. Now you want to add half walls all the way around like so. And now we add floor tiles on top. Now it's very important to add the floor tiles on top first, because if you add the roofs underneath you can't place the floor tiles on top, and there are certain aspects of this build that needs to be upgraded in sequence. Like I get asked to use B grade a lot, but I'm not going to do it because like if I use B grade on this build here, it'd upgrade stuff before I needed it and I wouldn't be able to place the next piece. So B grade is not the way when you're doing a build fit, because stuff is possible that is not possible in vanilla. So let's add a final floor tile like that, and now we can start to add our roofs underneath. Now the next very important step is you just want to add one wall on one side like so. Then you want to add a half wall here and then jump over it, and then you need to add a floor frame. Now as you can see it won't allow you to place the floor frame, so we're going to delete these 2 side ones, and then we can place the wall floor frame. Then I'm going to crawl back through and I'm going to re-add them 2 roofs I just removed. So now that's got the stability off that wall on the side, which is going to stay, we can delete this half wall like so. Then we're going to add a doorway here at the front. Okay, so now you've got that down, you can start upgrading. You want to start with your roofs. And then add walls on the inside. And you can upgrade your walls to metal. And then upgrade this floor to whatever grade you want, it's just there as a support. Now you can upgrade your ceilings to metal. And you can upgrade your outer half walls to metal. Okay, so this is the time where you can button it up. Upgrade your doorway to metal, and now you are relatively safe to carry on with the build. You can slap a door on there and just progress. So now we're going to crawl under here and we are going to add RTC nice and snug in this corner as close as we can get it. Authorize on it, and then you need to place your bags down. Place however many there is in your clan, however many you think you need. You can nominate 1 or 2 people to suicide down here and pass your loot down to, or whatever works best for you. Figure it out for yourselves. So I'm going to place that there, and we can probably sneak another one in, and there you go, 4 bags, easy peasy. And you want to be placing boxes around here and on the top, but leave yourself room to get through. So now that's done, we are going to add we're going to add a triangle floor tile. This needs to be done first, and then we're going to add 2 triangle foundations alongside it. Why am I lagging? And then we're going to upgrade these all to metal. Now for you guys who say you can discover this with a hammer, there is going to be a workbench on top of this with a box underneath to pass the loot through, and also just for the meme I'm going to place a rug there, so if anybody goes to look down, they're not going to see 15% stable, they're just going to see a rug. Upgrade the rest of your triangles to metal. Add 2 more triangles on each side. Right, there we're done. That is the basis of the bunker, and basically what you have just done here is if anybody side attacks you, they are going to have to take 3 layers, so 1, 2, 3. So we've turned a square foundation stronger than a triangle foundation basically. Okay, so this is where it starts to get costly, and basically your entire ground floor is useless and inhabitable. It's just basically a bunker. But this needs to be done, because what's the point in having 3 walls into the side when it's only 1 straight down? I mean, yes, it only applies to like this centre tile. If they go 1 down, they go through any of the others, they've got to come 2 in, but we still don't want to make it easy for them, and I don't want them to know what we've got going on underneath here. So what I'm going to do to combat that is I'm going to add half walls all the way around again, and I'm going to seal off my centre square, which is the easiest to breach, I would say. Then we're going to upgrade all these to metal. Okay, so now if this was a linear build, meaning I didn't have to do these things on the corners, if I only had to do it across 3 squares like so, you could remove this half wall here, replace it with a full wall, and then place another roof slanting up across like that. So you can take this higher, but you need to bear in mind it is super costly. So now that's said, let's add floor tiles on top. And I would strongly recommend like doing your centre one armoured, you know, just to make it mega 8s in case anybody tried to come this route. And then upgrade these to metal. Okay, so from the outside looking in, that's going to look suspicious to anyone. So what we're going to do next is we're going to add walls like so, just to cover up these roofs that are clipping through. Then upgrade these to metal. Okay, so next we're going to add squares, like so. From the front of your front door, add 1 to the left of it, move around 90 degrees, add 1 to the left of it, move around 90 degrees, add 1 to the left of it, and so on and so forth. Then add a triangle next to the square just placed. And then in front of your 3 triangles, add 3 more triangles. And then next to your square, add another square like so. Come on. Then in the other gap, add 2 triangles. And then we can upgrade this all to stone. Voila! And then that leaves you with this beautiful symmetrical pattern. Next, these squares are kind of weakness, so we're going to add 4 triangles on each of them, like so. Then upgrade these all to stone. Okay, and basically this floor plan in a nutshell is 6 walls to your TC, Like, none of that 300 rocket bullshit. It's just all bullshit. So anyways, now that's said and explained, we need to decide where our front doors are. This is for a clan. You could technically have 4 entrances and exits. It would be really nice, and I'm going to do it. So going to add a doorway on each of these triangles, like so. Then add walls around the outside. Upgrade to stone. Okay, so now the sides of your bunker, honeycomb them. Then add walls on the outside. Leave your front open always, we'll deal with that in a minute. And we're going to upgrade these to stone. And the idea behind this is, yes, this is a shorter distance through, but it's metal, so we're getting the raider to take the stone, and then they're going to have to deal with some honeycomb. Okay, now for the mega fun part, we are going to place a research table just here in front of your open doorway. Get it as far back as you can. And then place a box underneath. Add a rug. And then check out that stability. Good luck with that. Add 4 door frames, like so, and upgrade to stone. For a bit of honeycomb, these outer triangles, you need to add walls on them and upgrade them to stone. Now they're done, you need to add walls on the inside of them. Upgrade your walls to stone. Okay, so now ladder hatch placement can be a real pain in the arse on this one, but it doesn't really matter, because if someone easily gets to your ladder hatch and heads up, they're avoiding the bunker, which is where you put all your good loot at the end of the night. Mission accomplished. So we are going to place a ladder hatch on the second square in on all sides, because we have 4 entrances and exits as this base is designed for a big clan. Then we're going to upgrade them to stone. Then we're going to add more doorways like so. And for the rest of the gaps, we're going to add door frames. You're going to require a lot of garage doors for this, but as I said, this is for a big clan, so this shouldn't really be a problem. Okay, so now we've got all the ladder hatch and everything in place, we are just going to add floor tiles everywhere. Then upgrade these to metal. Done. Next, add walls around the outside. Upgrade to stone. For outer triangles, honeycomb them. Upgrade to stone. Add walls on the inside of the honeycomb just placed, and upgrade these to stone. Add a doorway on the centerpiece of all your 3x3 like so. So north, east, south and west basically. 4 doorways. Upgrade to stone. And then join them up with stone walls. Okay, so these triangles on the side, we're going to add honeycomb down these. Like so. And then upgrade these to stone. Add a wall frame on the outside of all these squares, as we can use these as little research rooms, respawn points, research points, whatever you want and need. Then upgrade your door frames to stone. Then add walls on the inside of your honeycomb, and then we're going to upgrade this layer to metal. Add door frames all the way around the outside of this outer ring, and upgrade to stone. Okay, next let's add some unlootables. Now what you've got to bear in mind, any loot that is important, you're going to move it down to your bunker at the end of the night, so really don't stress it about your loot rooms, as these are just to hold your resources as you're online and working. So we're going to add 4 half walls, just like so, then we're going to place floor tiles on top. Then we're going to delete the half walls, and we're going to replace them with a full wall. And then we're going to add a window on the front. That way these are not easy to splash damage, you can't get 2 at once, and it just aids the raid. Upgrade all these to metal. Add 4 door frames in the centre. Upgrade to stone. And then add a ladder hatch in the centre and upgrade this one to stone. Add floor tiles everywhere and upgrade to metal. And done. Okay, I can already hear you in the comments, 4 loot rooms isn't enough, let's solve this shit. Add walls, well don't go into your craft menu, add walls all the way around the outside again and upgrade them to stone. Same again, add walls on your outer triangles, upgrade to stone. Okay, so add a door frame on all of your outer squares like so. We're going to turn these into little respawn points, furnace points, whatever you want or need, and upgrade them fuckers to stone. Now we're going to add walls like so. And then we're going to add an half wall at the front. Then we're going to add a floor tile on top. And delete your half wall and replace it with a window. Then upgrade all of that to metal. Add honeycomb on the outside, like so, and then add 2 walls across. Be sure to leave that loot room respawn point open. Upgrade the interior ones to stone, and then upgrade the exterior ones to metal, or the interior ones, sorry. Right, now you want to have 4 more doorways, north, east, south and west again. And then you want to add a door frame here to seal off this loot room respawn point, whatever you want. Then upgrade all them to stone. Now join these inner doorways up with walls. And upgrade these to metal. Add door frames along your outer ring and upgrade them to stone. Okay, let's have 4 more unlootables, exactly the same as below. So we're going to add 2 walls either side, hop over, do the same this side. Then we're going to add 4 half walls, and then we're going to add floor tiles on top. Delete your half walls and replace them with windows. Upgrade all of that to metal. Place a ladder hatch on any side of your existing ladder hatch. Just place it here, that'll do. And now we're going to fill in this entire floor with floor tiles and upgrade them to metal. Okay, so your shooting floor, first thing we're going to do is see these outer triangles. We're going to place a window frame either side of them like so. Then we're going to place 4 half walls. And then we're going to delete the bottom 2 and we're going to replace them with low walls. And then do that on all 4 sides. Okay, job's a good one. Now what we're going to do is every single available bit on the outside, we're going to add a window. So you're going to have 360-degree view all the way around. And the way this is set up, no cheeky bastard can jump on here and pick out a window frame from the inside. So let's just add the windows round. Done. Upgrade all these to metal as feasibly you're going to be fighting the heli from here, aren't you? So this is the level where your heli rocket's probably going to land and impact your base, so let's make this a higher grade so it can stand up to a bit of a fight. Okay, so on your half wall slits we're going to add a garage door behind it just to secure it, and then we're going to add 4 here like so. Do this on all 4 sides. Upgrade these to stone. Add 4 doorways in the centre, north, east, south and west like you did on the previous 2 floors. Upgrade these to stone. Join them up with walls that you want to upgrade to metal. Okay, now your windows, the 3 windows together on the side, you need to add a wall to the right of it like so. And then upgrade them to metal. Right, add 2 walls either side like so. And then upgrade these to metal. Add door frames in these little window bays you just created. Now add door frame on the inside of each and upgrade stone. Then add doorways all the way around your outer ring and upgrade all of these to stone. Okay, next we're going to add a ladder hatch anywhere of your choice as long as it's in your centre 3x3. I'm going to go for this corner. Upgrade that to stone, and then you want to have floor tiles everywhere and upgrade them to metal. Done. Now as far as roof access goes, that's going to be a bit of a sketchy proposition, but what we're going to do is we're going to have balcony and we're going to have roof access. So the way we'll achieve this is like so. Place a doorway on the left side of each of these triangles, and then place a doorway on the inner right side like so. Upgrade them to stone. Then add walls around your centre 3x3. So basically the roof of your base is just a 3x3 with a bit of honeycomb. And then upgrade these to metal. Now let's wall off the honeycomb. And upgrade these walls to metal. Now in these openings, porchways, whatever you want to call them, we're going to add door frames just in case you all need to pile out. It's a lot easier using garage doors. So add door frames down each of them and upgrade to stone. Right, next we are going to add a floor frame in the centre. That's why I added them two first, to give it support. Upgrade your floor frame to stone, and then add floor tiles on this 3x3 and upgrade to metal. And we are done. Right, then on your top, we're just going to add a doorway and 4 walls to button this up. That way, if you put an armoured door on here, it's going to take 3c4 to get down here, whereas if they took a floor tile, it'd take them 4c4. So it's about the same. That's what we're looking for. So add 3 walls, upgrade your doorway to stone, upgrade the 3 walls to metal, and then add a floor tile on top. And that is your roof access done, and you have a lower balcony.